That was great.
I showed Steve that last week, and he just thought it was brilliant. Also,
kudos.
I'll add it in somewhere if I can't say it. Hey everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Roundtable. Yeah.
That's my show.
That's your show. A new episode of Wrestling Pedigree. I'm your host, Matty, with my co-host, the last real general manager of MWL, Steve Wilkins. How you doing, sir?
I am fantastic. Had a rare good day at work today, and now I'm ready to talk some wrestling.
You did a McMahon today.
I did. I fired that bitch.
It was me all along.
With us today, we have a very special guest, the owner of Meltdown and the MWL founder, Jeff Chadwick. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. When I was making the comments, I promised you guys tonight there is no head cheese, okay? I will make that promise to you tonight.
I can. So this week's episode is all about top 10 tag teams, our choices. And we're just going to argue about it for the next 40 minutes before SmackDown. So I would say we go Jeff, Steve, and then myself. Just guess first. So at number 10, tag team.
All right. For my number 10, one of the most fun tag teams that I got to see, not live, but just on TV. And they covered basically every angle you possibly could be within the ring. They could be mat technicians, they could be high flyers, they could be brawlers. They were tag team champions many times over. I had to put at number 10 the Briscoes.
That's a great choice.
That's a hell of a pick.
That's a hell of a choice.
I should have worn that shirt, but I didn't think of it at the time.
Yeah, they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I remember Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Very much so. And I think of them more Ring of Honor than anywhere else.
And you would have never thought that the last match they had was with the FTR. You know, that brawl that they had. It was a fantastic match. And then a month later, you know,
I met Mark Briscoe last year at ON. Mm-hmm. He is one of the nicest blokes you ever, nicest wrestlers you ever meet. He was chatty. He was always like asking how our day is. One of the nicest people I ever met.
And just watching him on AEW and watching just how he is, you can tell he's one of the nicest guys. And I love that he's carrying on Jay's legacy.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And one of the best promos ever.
Yep.
I mean, just whatever he's saying don't even make sense, but I'm buying into it.
Steve, just like Kyle O'Reilly was always buying into it.
Yep.
Yeah. Steve, you're number 10.
My number 10, you know, these guys were two of the best technicians that I've ever seen in the ring. I'm talking about the Brain Busters, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard.
Excellent
so
choice.
You're going by WWE then, they were Brain Busters.
I'm just saying Brain Busters, but
yeah.
Really you can just call them Tully and Arn.
Yeah. I mean, they were, when I was old enough to obviously go on the internet and search for 80s wrestlers, those two came up a lot.
Yeah.
And Arn Anderson's so freaking underrated. It was unbelievable.
Probably the best guy in the 80s that never won a world title.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I give you that one.
I agree with that one. I mean, that's just, you know, I liked the Four Horsemen version of that team. You know, J.J. Dillon, excellent manager, but to see Arn and Tully side by side with Bobby the Brain Heenan in WWE was just perfect. It was perfect in every way. I mean, he made the best manager that they could have. Great choice for him.
Yeah, and just how the two of them could just pick apart an opponent. I mean, you rarely see that anymore.
Yeah, and they made very few mistakes.
Yes.
And they could sell a match, they could promote a match, they could do anything in ring and out of the ring to make you believe they are going to kick some ass.
Yes,
absolutely.
That was a really good choice. I really like that one. My number 10 is two former world champions, and people will get to know me on this podcast, and you two know me very well. I like a beer. I go for the APA. Bradshaw and Farouk, and those two from acolytes to their last, even just coming out for special matches. I love them so much tagging. The bar and bar matches in the Attitude Era, and the highly recommended one, the Great American Bash or Vengeance, when it was the bar and bar match in 2003, where they had all the wrestlers in one bar on the side of a stage. They had the Bunny there, they had Brother Love there, they had Funaki pissed as a fart, and he's going, yeah, on the stool.
Oh, you need your bar renovated? We gotcha.
Yeah. But they were like tough. They were brutal. I mean, just ask the Public Enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't so much like them tables, did they?
Nope. Nope. But they're a decent tag team, and I love them back, especially in the Attitude Era.
I will say when they first put that team together, I really had my doubts because knowing, with it being Justin Hawk Bradshaw, and he was on his singles run, Farouk in that crazy getup that he had when he first came in. Thank God he lost that freaking hat.
Well, with Sonny.
But yeah, it was Sonny, and then he went through the Nation of Domination. I thought that was the perfect group, first of all, and a perfect leader for the group because Ron Simmons is amazing as it is.
Yeah.
But having those two tag team together, I thought was crazy. I'm like, this is never going to work. Boy, was I wrong. They were one of the more popular amongst the crowd, and great choice, Matty.
But it was Fitz Russo didn't want him to get. He wanted to make it about race, and Ron was like, "Piss off, no." So thank God they didn't listen to Fitz Russo. Jeffrey, number 9.
All right, number 9. Former AWA tag team champions. They were in WWE or WWF, however you want to call it, and they had a great career there. Unfortunately, it was split up by the poor barber's window. My number 9, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, the Rockers.
That's a phenomenal choice.
That's a really, really good pick.
That's a great pick.
And they did have the WWF Tag Team Championship, but it was never recorded. They held it, they won it and held it, but lost it a couple nights later, and they never actually put it in the list of tag team champions. It has an asterisk by it, so because it was a questionable win. So it sucks because they really would have made great tag team champions. I mean, I wish they would have done that with them.
Did you ever watch the Dark Side with Marty?
Yes, I did.
And the stories they had during that time. Imagine if they were both clean and how many tag teams they would have done, but we probably would not have got the Shawn Michaels we got today.
Oh, absolutely.
It was I think it was them versus the Hart Foundation.
Yeah.
I think it's 91, 92. They were brilliant then.
Yeah.
That's a great choice.
Yeah.
What I'm quite worried is that was your number 9.
Yes.
What have you picked for the rest? Cool. Steve, you're number 9.
Now, the way that I picked my teams, it went by, how the crowd reacted to them. It went by longevity. It went by, title wins, and longevity. This tag team definitely had it. Up until just a couple of years ago, they were still tag teaming together after close to 50 years. And I'm talking about Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express.
That's a great choice.
And they had such an impact on tag team wrestling. Like you just mentioned, the Rockers. You can't say that the Rockers weren't influenced by the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And they were the team. They were the team back then.
Oh yeah. And I mean, hell, Ricky Morton is still wrestling alongside his son.
Yep.
Against his son.
So, yeah. So to me, they are definitely a top 10.
100% top 10. Definitely a top 10. My number 9 is a current tag team. I'll probably say it the way they used to say it. New Day Rats. New Day Rats. New Day Rats. The New Day is my number 9. And that is with Big E. So fuck him.
I was just going to say it would have to be.
I mean, you get their rivalry with the Usos and the way they just revamp themselves throughout the years and have classic matches and get themselves over even when creative wasn't that on their side. And in the ring, 3 of the most talented people wrestlers I've seen in recent days.
Yeah.
Amazing tag team for me. What number are we on? Number 8, Jeff.
All right, my number 8 is my all-time favorite tag team. Those who know me know exactly who this is. I have met them. I have talked with them. I got a picture with them, an autograph from them. They are the 2 most down-to-earth people. Completely polar opposite from their character played in the WWF. Their matches they had with the Hart Foundation, matches they had with Andre the Giant and Haku. I mean, the list goes on and on. It would be higher on my list if it wasn't for the 3rd member coming in. That, to me, ruined the team. My number 8, my all-time team, Demolition.
And I had a gut. I knew it was going to be on your list. I didn't know where, but I knew it was going to be on your list. Yeah, great.
When Crush came in, that killed it. I mean, I understand Axe was having health issues and he couldn't wrestle, but he wanted to still be part, kind of taking the managerial role, but still dressed up in his getup. Now, no disrespect to Crush. He had a great career. He had a great solo career as the bra guy. WrestleMania 9, one of my favorite matches that he had there, believe it or not, against Doink. It was a phenomenal match. And then he went to, I think it was the Disciples of Apocalypse.
Yes.
Which I liked that version of him.
Yes.
The WCW version, I did not care for. And I think that's pretty much when his career pretty much was over.
Before he went to DOA, he was part of the Nation of Domination.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. And he didn't fit in there.
He was no, he didn't. No. that was short-lived. That was short-lived. That's why I didn't want to mention it.
Well, him being with the Harris brothers, I think it did make him more believable.
Yes.
But Demolition not in the Hall of Fame yet, are they?
No, not yet. They should be. They did sign Legends contracts. So it's a possibility that this coming year they might be going in.
But Steven said they should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I 100%.
But I agree with you. Crush ruined it. I mean, they should have just repoed him out.
Ching.
Great choice. Steve, you're number 8.
Jeff, my number 8 is Demolition.
Oh, you got one. I didn't think we were going to have
At first, I thought you were going to pull a head cheese here, and I'm glad you didn't. Great minds think alike.
I didn't think we were going to get one with 3 of us on, but wow. You see? You two got tastes. Now my number 8.
Oh, geez, here we go.
No. Mine's another recent current tag team, but not together at the moment. My number 8 is the Usos. I mean, phenomenal tag team. I think the longest tag team champions in WWE.
They were New Day. No, they are because they beat the New Day.
Yeah, they beat New Day to have that.
Yeah.
They have rivalry obviously with New Day, Sheamus and Cesaro, the Judgment Day, all that. Sammy and KO, they have rivalries with everyone and just kill it. And the chemistry between those two, I think they're the best tag team in their family. And that's going from Wild Samoans and Head Shrinkers and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Number 7, Jeff.
Number 7, multiple organizations. They were in WCW. They were in NWA. I wish that they would have. I think they might have had, or at least one of the members had a short stint in the ring in WWF. The other one became kind of like a play-by-play or a backstage, commentator, whatever. But this team here, I think, is the team that really started the 3-man teams, I guess you could say. One of my favorites to watch because they are so entertaining, and they made such great heels. My number 7, the Fabulous Freebirds.
That's a great pick.
That's a great pick. And I'll give you that. Fabulous Freebirds is my number 4.
There we go.
That's how much I love watching them, especially when they were in Dallas. The World Class. I'm watching the YouTubes and on WWE Vault. They were phenomenal. And listen to Michael talk about the stories they used to get up to. Just you could tell it was just a brotherhood there between those three, between Bam Bam, Buddy Roberts, and Gordon. Was it George? Someone George.
It's Bam Bam Terry Gordy. And then there was Michael P.S. Hayes and
Buddy Roberts.
Yeah, Buddy Roberts.
Yep, Buddy Roberts.
And
Jimmy Jam Garvin.
Yeah, Jimmy
Jam Garvin.
Yeah,
with Sunshine and that impression. Yeah, I was.
I remember the GWF, and we would see Jimmy Jam Garvin actually wasn't part of the Freebirds at that time. He was on a solo career, and he was with Sunshine. And I remember watching it back in the 80s. He would have all these fights, one against Bill Dundee. He could fight against the Lightning Kid, which we all know is X-Pac.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when they were all starting off, Jeff Jarrett, a young Jeff Jarrett. Oh, my God. I mean, I remember the GWF days like so it was yesterday. And that was such a great time for wrestling.
Very underrated, the GWF.
Yeah.
Number 8 for Steve.
Number 7 for
Steve. 7. God, I'm losing already.
My number 7 is a current tag team.
Ooh.
They've kind of reinvented themselves lately, and I love what they're doing. My number 7 pick is Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Oh, there's jobbers.
Oh my God. I'm loving every second of that. I'm telling you, whenever they get announced, I'm dying.
It's one of the best things that is on AEW at the moment is the Young Bucks and their fight against production.
Yep.
And what they did to Justin Roberts, the sweet kick, like super kicking him. Oh, that was brilliant. He probably deserved it.
Oh yeah,
that ranks right up there with the tie choke from Daniel Bryan.
But same again, like them. I watched them when they were in TNA as Generation Me. They were brilliant. You could tell they were going to be a phenomenal act and like a phenomenal tag team. They would just go on and on. But what have they done for pro wrestling is unbelievable with Kenny and Cody back then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What? Just before we do that, just if Stevens asked a question, which of the Freebirds did you want to put in?
Jimmy Garvin.
Jimmy Garvin one. There we go.
So you're looking at the WCW version.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they ran it in NWA for a little bit, but then before they made the hop over to WCW, and WCW is really when I got a taste of the Fabulous Freebirds, and that's when I did my research and watched some older videos. And I like all the combinations. Don't get me wrong; everybody in that group is amazing in their own way, but the one that stands out of the two of them is the more popular one, I guess you could say, has got to be Jimmy Jam.
Yeah. So our number 7 is the Fabulous Freebirds. Mm-hmm. Then we have the Young Bucks. My number 7, the LOD. You cannot beat a pop like that.
Nope.
But on my list, you can. I think one of the best tag teams ever. When I first started watching wrestling was at SummerSlam 92. And just them coming out in their bikes, in the gear, and hearing that crowd, oh man, I was hooked on them. Then I've done my research and watched them in the 80s in WCW and that, and then it got a bit in a pre-Attitude Era. I mean, why did they put Sonny there? I don't know, but I always liked Hulk. I thought Hulk could talk for money, and I just Animal was a proper powerhouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think they're not underrated, but I don't think they get the flowers they deserve.
I mean, with a lot of top tag team lists, they're up there. They're number 1. They're number 2. So in that way, I do think they get their flowers. But you know, they don't call it a Road Warrior pop for nothing.
No.
Like when you have a team like that coming out and the whole crowd is into it. Yeah, absolutely. They're one of the very, very top.
Do you think we'll see another like Red Warriors kind of team before? Or do you think there is one now that you could compare them to?
There was, but I think that now I don't know if Steve will agree with me on this, but if you think of the two that were the team, if you were to compare these two to Legion of Doom, they'd be pretty close in the way their style that they wrestled and everything. I would have gone with the Ascension because they were pretty close to the style of Hawk and Animal. However, I think WWE did them wrong, but they were about as close as you can get.
Yeah, Connor and Victor definitely had that Smash Mouth style.
Yeah,
but WWE tried way too hard to make them try to be the Road Warriors.
Exactly.
Especially when they got called up to the main roster and they started putting the face paint on them. I went, oh god, they're gonna absolutely kill these guys.
It's kind of like a parody of it, wasn't it?
Right.
Yep.
Number 6, Jeff.
All right. Before I do my number 6, I want to mention 2 of my honorable mentions that were mentioned so far. I did have the Young Bucks as an honorable mention, and I did have Legion of Doom as an honorable mention. Now, the reason why I had them an honorable mention and not in the top 10 is the addition to draws at the Attitude Era, pretty much. Yeah. The addition to draws, Hawk being drunk, I mean, are we pulling a Scott Hall here? I mean, that to me kind of ruined it. I mean, yes, their legacy from before that is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But when Vince decided to go this route with his team, worst decision ever. You just ruined it. Yeah.
Less kayfabe, wasn't it? Because it was real.
Yeah.
Hulk was going through that.
Yeah.
And I think throwing him off the title shot was a bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So that's why I have them down in the honorable mention.
Cool.
My number 6, 2 single competitors put together. I thought that this was an amazing pairing. And the fights that they would have with Ricky Steamboat and Shane Douglas were unreal, especially the cage match that they had in WCW. My number 6, the Hollywood Blondes.
I was going to do that.
You're showing your age here, Jeff.
I am. In fact, the Hollywood Blondes versus Douglas and Steamboat is in that cage was probably one of my favorite matches of all time. And the fact that Steamboat and Douglas dressed up as Los Sombreros or whatever it was, and we all knew who they were, but they wouldn't take off the mask until after the match was over. So it was a really fun match to watch.
I'm kind of kicking myself that I forgot about Hollywood Blondes. I mean, Brian Pillman, man.
I love Frontline Brian, but Brian Pillman was amazing.
His single matches with Steamboat was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just Steve Austin just being phenomenal back then. And then I'm thankful that he got fired.
Yeah.
But if he was still there, I think we'll be talking more WCW because I think he would have elevated himself even more.
Yeah, totally agree.
Number 6, Steve.
My number 6 is also a current tag team.
Nope.
These guys haven't really needed to reinvent themselves as opposed to the Young Bucks. These guys have always been the same smash mouth style. And they survived shaving each other's backs. I'm talking about FTR.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
The living legends.
The revival.
And they get hosed.
There is no better tag team right now than FTR.
I agree on that.
Yeah.
This current day, yeah, FTR is number 1.
Yeah.
They're definitely fun to watch.
Oh yeah. Just they could go comedy and then serious and then want to break someone's freaking neck just like that.
And you don't see many tag team matches go a full hour. You don't.
No.
And they did twice.
I cannot wait to see the upcoming match with them versus Christian Cage and Adam Copeland.
I get to go see that.
That's gonna be great.
That FTR versus Young Bucks at All Win a couple years ago for me is one of my favorite tag team matches of all time.
Yeah.
And I was there to watch it live, and I was on the edge of my seat, and I thought that was a phenomenal tag team match, and should be studied if you want to be a tag team. My number 6 is the New Age Outlaws.
Oh, you didn't know?
You bet you wish you had that T-shirt on, don't you?
No, I'll take this.
No, I loved them. Billy Gunn and Road Dogg Jesse James, they were phenomenal, and when he was just about to join DX, I liked them because of their match, Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie at WrestleMania 14, the dumpster match. I really enjoyed that. I was like watching Billy Gunn and Road Dogg then. When they joined DX, I really loved it. And when they went off their own a little bit and just the entrance, the sayings, the suck it, the whole wrestling where Billy. What I really like about Billy Gunn is because he had asthma, he's still lasting longer than a lot of the fresh wrestlers in there.
Oh yeah.
So I just thought wow, and he could have done so much more if he had his head on straight. But so would Road Dogg.
Yeah.
I mean, merchandise there was phenomenal for them. I mean, you had the Road Dogg X's and his sayings is just everywhere on the t-shirts. I mean, Steve's got one already.
And the reuniting of them, years down the road, was absolutely amazing. And their title run was really good. Even though Betty White slipped suppositories in their tea, and Billy Gunn almost shit himself. And just great team, great pick.
Oh yeah, and just a phenomenal tag team. Number 5 for Jeff.
All right, number 5. I have a tie for this one because you can't have one. You can't have one without the other. It just is not feasibly possible. One of which was already mentioned earlier in the show. The other one, genius team. Absolutely loved it. I mean, even the different combinations that they used for this team. Having this pairing and then bringing somebody else in and having this pairing. All the pairings were just absolutely amazing. Not to mention the manager.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Jim Cornette was one of the best managers, I think, to ever do this. And of course, he's got the gift of gab. He has it. He knows how to work that microphone as a manager. Number 5, as I said, is a tie. The Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express.
I'll allow that one.
Yeah.
You can't really have one without the other because they both fed off of each other so well in every one of their matches. And, Bob and Robert and Ricky, excellent team. You got Midnight Express, you got Stan Lane, you got Bobby Eaton. I mean, you've got a couple others that were part of the Midnight Express, and just no matter what combination you had, they went out there and they outperformed themselves every time. And it's you can't have one without the other.
But we won't mention Bob Holly and Bart Gunn.
No, that's the only combination that I didn't care for. Yeah. But everyone else is good.
That had Vince McMahon all over it. Any list that had Bobby Eaton on it, he's one of my favorites, and I mean he's the one that helped a lot of wrestlers that we had during the 2000s.
Absolutely.
So he deserves any praise he gets. But I love Jim Cornette, and also, I mean, my shtick is usually Jim Cornette. Steve.
My number 5 is a tag team that has been going since the 90s. They are going to be doing what I'm going to assume is their final match in October. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudleys.
Ooh.
Good pick.
And I will be there to see that match.
You lucky bastard.
That's in Lowell,
I
isn't
know. It sure is.
Oh, man. What I'd do to go there. See that. It's going to be a killer match.
It's going to be a killer match. And those two were just brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when you first came in, and I was thinking, what are you freaking on? You got tables out, and they're just putting everybody through it, and I thought, this is brilliant. And then they were putting the women through, and then they put Tori through, and then they put Trish through, and then they put Lita through, and then Mae Young over the stage. And then Bubba with his eyes. And they revamped themselves over and over. I mean, Team 3D in TNA is, for me, one of their best runs.
Yeah.
I think it's them versus Bare Money. It's one of my favorite rivalries.
Yeah, and that TLC match that they had against the Hardys and Edge and Christian, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
That's what set the stage for all these, especially for that 6-pack challenge we saw recently.
Yeah,
The fact that they were in the crowd watching it it made it even more special.
Yeah.
My number 5 is a very good, very great, very hot, the Harlem Heat. Stevie Ray and Booker T, who claiming Booker T has more tag titles than that is for debate. But when I was growing up watching WCW, Harlem Heat were one of the top tag teams for me. I enjoyed watching them and having Sherry Martel there. Sherry Martel, no. Yeah.
Yep. Sister Sherry.
Sister Sherry.
Sister Sherry. They were brilliant for me, and I became a fan of Booker T and Stevie Ray there.
Was it because of the slip?
No, just seeing me Gene's reaction to that was brilliant.
Seeing Sherry's reaction was brilliant.
Yeah.
She just looked at him and smiled.
Saying Booker T's reaction to that was brilliant. Oh shit!
Nothing could go wrong when it's live.
That's right.
Yeah, and still, like, they built themselves up, and they won it before recently in the reality is Booker T's promotion. They still carry on. Yeah, they're still going on. So very, very, very good tag team for me. Number 4, Jeff.
Number 4, we've seen them in. They had a short stint at the beginning of their career. I believe I remember seeing them a couple times in Texas territory. I can't remember if it was GWF or not, but there was a short stint there. We all already know that we've seen them in WCW. We saw them in WWF. 2 of the most fun people, I think, to ever tag team. And the fact that they're brothers, makes it even more fun because they play off of each other so well in the ring. I'm going with the Steiner brothers as number 4.
I agree with that. They're not good at maths, but yeah.
No, not at all.
What was it? Their match against a history curse. I think it was 92. WrestleMania 9.
Yeah,
their match.
That was Trickers.
Yeah, that match was they're coming out for me.
Yeah, one of my favorites is when they beat the Quebecers for the tag titles, and it's the only title change that ever happened in Vermont, and it was a Monday Night Raw. Yeah, it came from Burlington. It was the only title change. I think it was 93, and it was in 93 or 94, and they beat the Quebecers, and it was just an amazing match. One of the better tag team matches you'd ever see on a Monday Night Raw, especially in its early days. And
they had one of the best finishers.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And we saw that recently. It still strong. Still going strong. Number 4, Steve.
Number 4, 2 guys that are still going. They're not tagged right now, kind of both doing their own thing. You've already mentioned them, Maddie. Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Yeah.
I can see them higher on the list, yeah.
Yeah. The just the ongoing feud that they had against the New Day. I love tag team wrestling. Ever since I was a kid, I've loved tag team wrestling. And the Usos and the New Day, that feud, that made tag team wrestling for me. Like in the past, 15 years?
It revamped the tag team because before that, their tactics were a bit flat. So when the New Day and the Usos came in, that Hell in a Cell match is one of my favorite Hell in a Cell matches between them.
Yeah.
And for them to go their separate ways and both be over. I mean, everybody loves Big Jim.
Yeah. But let's face it, their one-on-one at WrestleMania was pure shit.
Sometimes the chemistry is good together, not against each other.
Correct.
Right.
And that was a perfect example there. And I think it was made pretty well when main event Jey Uso speared Jimmy off the stage at WrestleMania for to end that whole feud.
Well, here's the thing that I didn't like about it. They were reliving one of the most classic brother versus brother matches in WWE history, Bret versus Owen.
Yeah.
I knew it was not going to work. And that match was a complete dumpster fire because a lot of people were trying to compare it to that match. And you just can't.
No.
And everybody knows a lot more about their family. So they know that their family is all about love. And even if they beat the shit out of each other, they're in a barbecue on Sunday. Yep. So it didn't have that. Because back then when it was Bret and Owen, there was more kayfabe. There was not knowing what's going on behind the scenes.
Right.
So it made it more real. That's why it's more loved instead of the Usos.
Right. Not to mention with Bret and Owen, they kind of dragged Stu and Helen into it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They dragged the whole family into it.
They did.
Yeah, David and everybody there.
Yep. I was at the Survivor Series in 93 in Boston, where it was the Hart family versus Shawn Michaels on the Knights.
Jesus Christ. And Owen was the only one that was eliminated. Yeah.
Yep. And then he kicked Bret's leg out of his leg.
Yep.
God, I missed that storyline.
That was such a great story.
Seeing as we know my number 4, let's go on to number 3, Jeff.
Okay, my number 3 started out as jobbers. They were just young teenagers at the time. But you would have never thought, looking at those two people as jobbers in the WWF, that they would be one of the most notable, highly respected, and most popular tag team ever in wrestling. My number 3, Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, totally agree. That is my number 3.
Yeah. Yay! I matched 2 people tonight.
Yeah. Oh, can we get triple Steve?
Oh.
Nope.
Ooh.
Nope. Well, let's talk about the Hardys.
I mean, I'm so obviously you get to watch them against Dudley's next month in 2 months. Yeah, October, isn't it? Band for Glory.
Yep.
Yeah. I did not know they started very young.
Yep.
Jeff was 16.
It's crazy. I've seen them doing the King of the Ring spots and stuff like that, but to start out at 16, because I know they lied. They must have lied on their application or say, hey, yeah, he's 18, he's fine. But for me, they talk about Shawn Michaels and raising them in with the ladder matches, but the Hardys definitely made ladder matches cool, like unbelievably cool.
Yeah.
Their match with Eddie Christian in 1999, No Mercy, for me, is one of the best ladder matches of all time.
Yes,
absolutely.
I will completely agree.
And they made tag team moves awesome. Like there was always something different.
Yeah.
I mean, the Whisper in the Wind, not Whisper. It's the one when Matt Hardy is on all fours and he runs up and jumps on his back and then hits the opponent
in the corner.
Yeah, it's just like creative. Both of them are so creative.
Just don't call them like Adam Lee there. Do not say Jeff Harvey. Okay.
Oh, we're going there. We're going there. We're going to that Monday Night Raw. He had one job.
One job.
And he had a couple of jobs. So he still fucked it. You talk about the Usos. They had a match at WrestleMania against each other. And that kind of shit the bed and all.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because people then were comparing it to Brett and Owen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
but you can't say that all of their matches against each other have been like that.
No. I mean, their matches against each other at TNA were amazing.
Yeah. Which, with what they did in the final deletion, that was amazing.
Wonderful.
Actually, that popped up on my Facebook memories today because I had shared the meme of the dilapidated boat.
Nice. Oh my god! Yeah.
Number 3, Steve.
Yep, my number 3. Somebody already mentioned them. I think it was Jeff. No. Yeah, it was probably Jeff. Team that's still going, but they're down one person. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E, The New Day.
It was me, Steve, all along. Yeah, they're brilliant. I mean, they're in mourning at the moment, but
yes.
I mean,
which I love Xavier's big freaking hat.
Do you know I actually made the wife look for that? Because I really want one, and then come on to the round table or wrestling pedigree and wear that. Yeah, their matches, but they're good individuals and all. I mean, Kofi, former world champ, Xavier, King of the Ring, Big E, world champ.
Yeah.
I mean, they're brilliant as tag teams, but you're a really good tag team when you could go individual and then go back to tag team and still be successful.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they're a perfect example. Number 2, Jeff.
I will say that the Usos did not make my top 10 tag, so you won't hear me say them in the next 2.
But honorable mention that would have been.
But we also have to mention Jeff is old, so these are probably going to be teams from the 80s.
He is 84.
Yeah. Jeez. All right, my number 2 was already mentioned, and I call them the Kings of Hardcore because that's basically what they are. Cannot wait for that match in October. I'm looking forward to it, and I so want to get this pay-per-view just to see it, just for this match alone. And my number 2 is the Dudley Boys.
That's a great shout. Great shout.
That is a great pick.
Have you got like a favorite Dudley Boys match?
Oh my goodness. Other than the TLC, that's the only one that really. I mean, that's the one that everybody chooses, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably one of the more popular, one of the more favorite matches. They've had quite a few really, really good matches, but that's the one that obviously sticks out.
Steve?
I don't really have a favorite Dudley Boys match. I mean, I love everything they've been doing ever since ECW. Like when they had Little Spike, Big Dick, Sign Guy, Dudley. I mean, Bubba Ray and Devon have been brilliant ever since ECW.
Yeah.
And it goes to show with the mountain of tag team championships they have behind them.
For them to start riots in ECW, and then my favorite match of theirs was the Royal Rumble 2000, then Dudley's versus Hardy's in the tables match. That's when Jeff was on that by the taxi and he does a small ton off
Yep.
taxi. For me, that's one of my favorite matches. So that is I've taken off all the TLC matches they did.
Yeah, that was in Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
And any time they can beat the crap out of Mae Young, I'm all for it. You know,
he loved it. He wanted more.
Yeah.
He was like,
I mean, they can't beat the crap out of her now.
Oh, not now, but they did. That throw off the stage.
That coffin could be made of wood.
It very well could be.
I mean, I remember that T-shirt. Got wood?
Yep.
Number 2, Steve.
My number 2 is a tag team that has already been mentioned. However, I thought they should be higher on the list than what you had, Maddie.
Thanks.
Because they don't call it a Road Warrior pop for nothing. They conquered NWA, they conquered WCW, they conquered WWF, they conquered Japan. These guys did it all. And yeah, in the late 90s, they fell into shit. With Hawk's real life problems coming into storyline, I really wish Vince hadn't done that. But my number 2 is Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors.
You imagine the Road Warriors versus the Dudley Boys.
That would have been brilliant.
That would have been. My number 2 is a team that got back together this past week. My number 2 is Edge and Christian. Or Edge/Cope and Christian. When I was showing attitude there, these guys were brilliant. They're the best heels. I mean, I didn't want to take pictures for 5 seconds, but I wanted to because they told me to. Their comedy with them and Kurt Angle in the 2000s were brilliant. The ladder match at WrestleMania 2000, the TLC matches, just their individual matches against each other were brilliant.
The Jug Band. That was my favorite skit. The Jug Band. Oh my God, when they were in Kentucky. That was so great.
I think Jim Barnett got heat for that.
Speaking of heat, just the visual of them coming up with Gangrel through the Ring of Fire as the Brood. Oh my God. And that music.
It's one of the best.
Now it's running through my head.
I thought that was a great storyline to put them with Gangrel. I really did.
Yes.
And even when the Hardy Boys were with them, you know, for a brief time, that was actually pretty decent until Doc Hendricks got involved. But, you know, it's just, you know, I Gangrel, I don't know. I think Edge, Christian, Gangrel, they fit. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better trio at the time.
Oh yeah, you can add best like individual again. They were brilliant, and I cannot wait to see Edge and Christian versus FDR.
Yeah,
next week. Number 1.
All right. Before I do my number 1, can I mention the other 4 honorable mentions that I have on my list? Okay. First one, the end of one's career. And the other one went on to WCW to still perform. I think a great tag team, 2 solos put together. Jimmy Hart leading the way, Money Inc.
Yes,
they were one of my favorites to watch. I loved their matches, and I think $1 Million Man, couldn't fit like a glove. I mean, you couldn't put 2 people together any better. You really couldn't. Another honorable mention, TNA. Wish they never split up. But I did like the storyline when they fought against each other. That would be Beer Money. They were one of my favorites. One other that I have, 2 of the best big men in the ring to ever wear tag team gold. earthquake and typhoon, the natural disasters. I mean, the fact that they were 300, 400 pounds respectively, and still flew around that ring like they were 200 pounds. I mean, it's just amazing to see these two guys work together as a team. And my last one, Chavo and Eddie, Los Guerreros. You have two family members tagging, just like the Usos, like Brett and Owen or whatever, or Owen and Bulldog. I mean, you have a combination of two family members tagging up together. You're gonna get a great team, and Chavo and Eddie to the T. I mean, they were amazing as a team. My number one, I kind of mentioned one person just now. Started in the 80s, the Battle Royal they had at WrestleMania 1. One of them almost won it, but unfortunately, he was the last one tossed out. The team that came in, they were awesome. I liked Jimmy Hart leading the reins on this team. They dumped him, went to a face team, had an amazing career as faces. And then we saw them again in 97, with the whole clan being Owen, being Bulldog, being Brian Pillman. I'm talking about the best tag team, in my estimation, in the world. Bret the Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation.
That's a massive yes.
You're old.
I totally agree on that one.
Yes, I am old.
That's what happens when he's 84. But yeah, those two were brilliant. I love watching them. I really more enjoyed the 97. Just because I was growing up in that era, but looking back and see what they were doing in the early 90s and late 80s, they were very polished, and Jim had the best beer for me. He had the best beers. Didn't say much, but when he did that crazy laugh, you knew shit was going to go down.
Oh yeah.
Number one, Steve.
All right, I will go into my honorable mentions before I mention my number one. And these three are all teams that Jeff has mentioned.
Ooh.
So the Midnight Express, they were brilliant. Just plain and simple, they were brilliant. Their feud with the Rock and Roll Express, that was tag team wrestling in the 80s. My second one, actually, I think you might have mentioned them, Maddie. Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers. And the other one that I have, my personal favorite. Now, I did the top 10 tag teams, not my personal favorite tag teams. My personal favorite tag team is Bret the Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation. However, the number one team on my list for the top 10 tag teams is a brother tag team. It's already been touched on. They've been around since the 90s. They started as jobbers. They were opening the King of the Ring doors.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
Matt and Jeff, the Hardys.
I forgot about that.
There was
they were the ones.
96 when they opened the doors, or somewhere around that time.
That was the year.
It was I think it was 97.
97.
Yeah, I believe it was the year Hunter won.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. Well, see, look, they got in Hunters like we. They were brilliant, and imagine the Hardy Boys versus the Hart Foundation.
Oh.
I mean, Bret doing what he does best against those two.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you got the technician in Bret, you've got the powerhouse in Jim, and then you've got the high flyers in Matt and Jeff. Styles make matches.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that would have been brilliant.
So the Hart Foundation and Rockers had quite the rivalry back in the day, and that match alone was actually really amazing to watch, and the perfect example of what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
My number one has already been mentioned, and it's those goddamn Dudley Boys. Just because I love ECW, watching them from what they were doing ECW to WWE to TNA and everything in between. And I'm a massive fan of Bully Ray. I just feel they're the best tag team for me. Honorable mentions, though, was Kai and Tai.
Choppy, your pee-pee.
PP, which I mentioned last week.
Yes, you did.
Head Cheese.
God damn it.
Godfather and Val Venus. And do not forget the Bushwhackers.
Oh, I used to love the Bushwhackers as a kid.
I got in trouble when licking people's heads.
That's not shocking.
Jeff still gets in trouble for licking people's heads.
Yes, I do.
Oh, what a list. What a list from all three of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's all right. Then the triple threat tag team match should be the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys versus the Hart Foundation. That will be a banger.
Uh-huh.
It would be.
So, thank you very much, Sir Jeff, for joining us.
Not a problem. Glad to be here. I had a blast.
Next week episode, it will be with me and my co-host Steve, and we'll be talking the top 10 Intercontinental champions. Now that list is going to be controversial because I've already got mine back.
Of course you do.
And I don't think Steve's gonna like my number one.
I already don't.
You can find us on YouTube or the podcast that you could get to. We're on Facebook with The Meltdown, which is Jeff's baby. Also, Jeff, do you want to plug your NWL?
Sure. We are in week 6 of season 7 of MWL. And it's Prediction League. We predict WWE, TNA, AEW, NXT, Ring of Honor. We predict, and this week we're predicting AAA. So you never know what we're going to predict, but it's all in good fun. Create your character, play as that character, shoot your promos to enhance your character, and try to win championship gold. And right now we've got about 70 plus people in the league. I think we're like 77 or 78 or something like that. But we're always looking for more. So if you are interested in wanting to go up against some really fun people and try to take the gold from them, feel free to hit me up on Facebook or Maddie or Steve. You can hit one of them up as well. That MWL season 7 is off to a hot start, and we've got a long ways to go, guys.
And if you're watching this on the video, right by Jeff, it is a QR code. If you scan that code, it'll take you to the MWL page, and then you can sign up there. And also, we'll have the link in our podcast.
Yep. And these two guys know what I have planned for the rest of the season, and it is going to be insane, guys. If you're not already part of MWL, become part of MWL. Even if you're not going to be part of my brand, you're going to want to see this.
It's going to be good.
And my brand's kicking ass. But I know what Steve's up to, and once again, he beats me.
You take it so well.
I'm a sore loser. I really am. Thank you, Jeff, for coming on, mate. I appreciate that very much. Steve, always a pleasure again. Until next week. Enjoy wrestling this weekend. We've got AAA, and right about now, we've got SmackDown and TNA.
Yeah, emergency.
So
Yes.
enjoy, and thank you guys for joining us.
Yeet.